What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Chris Moore, and in today's video we got my 2021 ZX10 that's been sitting in the corner for too long now. We've had a couple other projects going on. We've been talking about the 2022 Hayabusa. We've been messing with my 2020 GSX-R 1000. We've been messing with my 2021 GSX-R 1000. But today is time to get back on this Kawasaki. Magic Mike is hard at it trying to get the fairings off of this thing. And we have got a brand new exhaust system from Brock's Performance we're going to be installing today. It is the Brock's Penta carbon exhaust. This is going to look really nice. The main thing is this is going to get rid of the catalytic converters. So this bike actually has multiple catalytic converters on it in order to pass Euro 5 emissions. Has a nice header from the factory, but from here back really sucks. So we're going to get rid of all this stuff, and hopefully this will open up some more restrictions. And we are still working on fully, I guess you would say, unkinking all the horsepower on this thing. If you'll see in my last video, I'll drop that link right there, where we dynoed this thing in stock form, but we manipulated the ECU in order to have more horsepower. We ended up making 192 horsepower with it, but we took it to the racetrack and it was a turd. The bike really wouldn't go anywhere. It would not make any power, basically, as we were trying to slip the clutch out. Once we got the clutch all the way out, then the bike would ramp up and start to make power, but when the clutch is in, it wasn't happy and the thing didn't want to make power. So we're going to try to manipulate a couple more things. We got some more ideas, more tricks up our sleeve to think we can make it work. But as of right now, let's get this thing sounding good, get some power out of it, and we're going to get it back on the dyno in this video and see what we get out of it. Here we go. All right, guys, fairings are off. Magic Mike, that's his happy face.
Yeah. No.
He likes working on ZX14s. Now, this thing is a complete bear to work on, guys. If you have one of these at home, you better have a 12-pack ready or just be willing to pay a mechanic, because this thing is definitely fun to take apart, especially knowing that it's your brand new motorcycle. So you see in there that flapper valve, we're gonna remove that. We got quite a few mods we're gonna be doing to this thing while we got it apart. We're going to kind of take you along for the ride of everything. Right now, what he is doing is removing the servo valve. So this little valve in here opens and closes. Hopefully, once we get that thing out, we're going to have a check engine light, but maybe we'll have a lot more power down low. Maybe that part is restricting the power. We're still learning about this thing as we go throughout the whole process. Exhaust system is off, and we're about to weigh it now and see what it weighs. We got the scales zero out. We have the whole entire exhaust system completely assembled, all still together. Let's see what this thing weighs. Look at Magic Mike, he's so strong. Look at them guns. So it's hard to see. Basically 20 pounds, 9 ounces. So we're gonna, right at 21 pounds. So we're gonna see what this Brock's Penta carbon weighs once we get it out of the box. We're unpackaging it now, and see what kind of weight savings we're gonna get. Then we're gonna see what kind of horsepower we're gonna get. But most importantly, this thing isn't gonna sound like a vacuum cleaner anymore. We're finally gonna get some noise out of it. All right, so we have, let's sit it down on the ground. We have pre-assembled our Brock's exhaust just to kind of give us the same weight rating. We are at 0 pounds. We were basically 21 pounds with the other one. Let's see what we're gonna come up with on this one. This one is 9.1, 9.2. So basically a savings of 10 to 11 pounds. We're not gonna get too technical, but we're gonna say we saved about 10 pounds. The main thing is we're gonna get horsepower and we're gonna get some sound. All right, so we have got the exhaust all installed. This thing looks real nice and clean. So since we don't have an ECU flash, you'll see we left the cables. We also reinstalled the O2 sensor. While we're at it, we're going to go ahead and change the oil on this thing. Brock's Performance has supplied us with some of the best oil on the market. If you guys got a hot rod bike and you're racing your bike at the track and stuff, wanting to get that extra edge, This right here is less than 0 weight Allison oil and a Petron Plus additive. Now this additive you put in after you put the oil in the bike, run it and get it hot for a few minutes. Add this stuff in, and this stuff is a special super silky smooth coating, and that coats the engine, makes the oil stick to all the components in the engine better, lubricates everything better, but most importantly preserves the life of the engine. Typically this oil will add about 2 horsepower on the dyno from other good oil, not Skippy Bobo oil, good stuff. So this stuff here is, like I said, it is a little pricey. It is worth every penny though. I do have a link in the description below and a discount code to get a discount on that stuff and the exhaust system if you want one of those from Brock's Performance. Ooh, look at that liquid horsepower going in there right now. She's alive, boys. Oh my God, this thing sounds sick. Super, super deep. You can see the oil is burning off there. Don't panic, it's not on fire. It's just where we spilled a little oil on the exhaust. This thing sounds really good. Like I said, don't panic, it's not on fire. It's just... let's give it a little rev. Alright guys, new exhaust system is installed. We're about to make a pull with this thing. Remember, we made 192 unrestricted, not flashed, but unrestricted, and stock exhaust. Let's see what it does with the Brock's Performance Penta car. Alright guys, big gains right off the bat from the exhaust system. So we're going to delete one of these runs, and you can see we went from 192 to 195.57. This is still no tuning. This is just unrestricted ECU. And you can see, look here at our air-fuel ratio, how lean it goes. So you can see this big dip in our power. That's where the thing is struggling and needs more fuel. But we got some really nice gains out of the exhaust system. Went from 99 to 110. So huge gains in the exhaust. You can see right here, we didn't get a gain. But look at how screwed up our air-fuel ratio is. We went from 1370 to 1501 on the air-fuel ratio. So I know for a fact if we tune all this out, we're gonna have huge gains literally from here all the way out to here. So it's gonna be a really nice gain. You can see here where our air-fuel ratio was about the same. We got about an 8 horsepower gain. And then up top, we went from, of course, 192 to 195. But look at how rich this thing is. Crazy rich. It's actually running richer with the exhaust system than with the stock exhaust system. And I think the reasoning for that is what the O2 sensor is reading. We still have the O2 sensor in it and plugged up. And I think that is ultimately screwing with our readings. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. The 2021 ZX10 is all buttoned back up, looking so nice and pretty. This Brock's Performance exhaust looks super clean on there. Real nice, neat, tucked in nice, and sounds absolutely perfect. Super happy with how this thing came out. Big shout out to Brock's Performance. These Brock's Performance Penta Carbon exhaust should be available to the public soon. I don't know the exact time frame, but it will be soon, guys, and you will be able to get these installed on your bike. As for today's video, make sure you subscribe, because you know we're gonna have this thing at the racetrack soon. We are still working with the electronics and developing new stuff for this thing, learning this ECU and how it works and what we can do to make it faster next for you guys. Smash that like button, and as always, guys, we'll see you next time.